These are my top 5 tips for self-editing your novel. Number 5 might just change your life. I'm just saying. You want the first sentence to really grab your reader's attention. The first sentence should draw you in, and it should be exciting or pose a question or be a strong statement, because you have maybe 3 seconds to hook your reader, so you don't want to squander that. Likewise, with the end of your scene or end of your chapter, the last sentence should act as bait so the reader wants to go to the second chapter, even though it's 1 a.m. and they should really be going to bed because they have work the next day. Use the last portion of your chapter to really pack a punch so the reader wants to move on. If the main character is going to bed at the end of your scene, that may slow down the momentum and it may be a roadblock for your reader to move forward with reading. So think psychologically. Psychologically, if this was you reading your work and you're not the author, you're just the reader, what would make you want to go forward at 1 a.m. even though you have work or school the next day? It's such an important question, but sometimes as authors, we're focusing on plot, we're focusing on structure, we're focusing on character, we're focusing on so many things, but really we just have to think psychologically. If I was the reader, would I care? And hopefully the answer is yes. They care so much that they're going to be sleep deprived the next day because your writing was just that good. Tip number 2. Be on the lookout for echo words. Echo words is going to be the same word in close proximity to itself. So sometimes when writers are writing, and they do be doing that sometimes, we are blind to certain words that come up again and again because maybe we're trying to make our word count goal for that day and we're just plowing ahead. Sometimes these echo words can become just invisible to us. On your next sweep of that scene, chapter, or just the whole manuscript, however you choose to do your editing, make sure that you're choosing different words. If you're noticing the same word coming up, it's okay to have a thesaurus website open in your web browser. I've had my thesaurus website open in my browser probably continuously for the last 3 years at least. It's just always something that's open. So let's take just the word blue, for example. You may be describing the ocean as blue, the sky as blue, her dress was blue, but if everything is blue, it's going to be repetitive. Just open my phone so I could rapid fire other words for blue, right? As an example. Azure, cobalt, sapphire, cerulean, navy. We're kind of getting those other words in the mix as opposed to repeating the same word over and over again, and make sure that there is some variety there so we're not just repeating things over and over again. Okay. One more thing about using synonyms. Don't use the word if you don't really know what it means. If you think the word might fit because you've checked the definition or you've seen how it can be used in different sentences, okay, maybe it does work, but if you don't really know what the meaning of it is, choose the more simple words that you do know what they mean. Tip number 3, make sure your sentence lengths are varied. Sometimes our sentences can be a very similar length throughout an entire paragraph. Play around with different length sentences. It will show confidence as a writer. So play around with that and see how it improves your writing. I think you will really like the results. Tip number 4, make sure your main character's physical attributes aren't just listed one after the other. She was 5'5", she had brown eyes, brown hair, a short button nose, and full lips. When I'm describing someone's appearance, what they're wearing, or even just their posture, I try to make metaphors in the same tone that the book is written in. Just make sure that that information is presented in a unique way that makes the reader excited rather than feeling like they're reading a list of things. Tip number 5, when you're doing your first round of edits, it may seem like you're reading and reading and reading and just endlessly working on this thing. Well, because you probably are. In order to save eye strain and in order to hear your story differently, I have the best tip for you, and I wish I knew this years ago. You want your computer to do the heavy lifting for you and read your manuscript to you. You go into Settings, Accessibility, click Speech, and then you'll see right there what your computer's shortcut is. I think I set mine to Command S one time because I thought speech, okay, I'm gonna set it to S. But anyway, Once you do this, you're going to go into your document, highlight what you want read, choose maybe one scene at a time, and then have your computer read it to you. It's gonna feel totally different, which is good because I think you just get more of a thorough idea of what you've done. And hopefully what you've done is really good and doesn't need a lot of work. Okay. So yeah, try that one out because I think it's a complete game changer when we're the ones who have to be at the laptop every day. We're the ones who put in the really hard work. Usually we would have to sit down and read, I don't know, 60,000, 70,000, 100,000 words with our eyes, which can really cause lasting problems with our vision and just overall strain. Let the computer do that work for you and you're gonna edit a lot faster, which is definitely what we want. So there you have it. 5 tips for self-editing your novel. Let me know if any of these were helpful. Which one was your favorite? Did you like tip number 5? Because that one really changed everything for me. I think I only figured this out about a year ago. I was like, wait a second, why am I physically hurting myself doing this when I can let my computer help me save my eyes, save a little bit of frustration there, and just read my own work to me. That was a good day. I felt like I was really discovering something there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you would like to know, echo word, annoying. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have any video ideas pertaining to writing that you would want me to cover. I would be happy to make a couple videos, you know, clarifying certain things. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Bye.